On the banks of the St. Johns River, there's a good look inside Everbank Stadium here in downtown Jacksonville. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here. As it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. Fighting his way through contact. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go now. Hey, coach, go.
They'll run it for the first time with Dameon Pierce. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
You talk about getting off to a hot start, a shutout right out of the gate. Think of the carryover headed into this one, the residue of that game. That means excellent practices, guys alert, ready to go. They'd love to hang a second one right here, right now.
They'll run. This is Jaden Blue.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
You look at this Jaguar defense.
They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's try to get to that number 1 spot.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Hand off left side, Pierce. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dameon Pierce.
His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Cowboys will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Jaguars nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
They'll run. This is Bashal Tootin.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw.
That's complete. It's Travis Kelce.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
The Jaguars at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Check out.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Taken down at the
You look at this Cowboy defense.
They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. With some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down.
That 4th down decision, unconventional but effective, and they indeed come up now with a 1st and 10, fresh set of downs. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7.
Here we go, set. 70 Timberwolves.
Now this time he'll look to throw.
Finds his man. It's Kelsey on the crossing route here.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Check that. Let's go.
ETN up the middle.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
14-yard line.
2nd and 6.
Slant route, and he's got Addison. And the Jags are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Hut, hut.
Turton is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard.
Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so, and one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
2nd and 4.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Started the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. They'll run up the middle here with blue. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Dallas.
They're going to look to throw.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there. Those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play. That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Rashid Shaheed on the return. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly. But here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
2nd down and a yard. On the counter, ETN. And this will be a Jaguars first down as he's got this up to the 28-yard line.
That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction, huh?
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a handoff looking right. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Pass complete to Addison.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That's good.
A good throw there, and this is a quarterback who's still just getting his feet wet, obviously. By most accounts, last week played okay in the victory. But I want to know, Charles, what was your impression of his play last week?
Brandon, I think a lot of teams would be happy with okay early on. It's less about how many touchdowns did he throw, but did he not throw interceptions? Did he handle adversity? Did he handle the huddle? Those types of things. That's what people are looking for.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
And Brandon, how many times have we talked with these rookies out there, and when we finally hear from them that the game slowed down and they're able to handle things? Not so far for this rookie, because right now, back-to-back drives, they picked him off. Not college football anymore. He's got to find a way to handle what these defenses throw at him.
On first down, it's Blue. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Back to throw here. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. The 2nd-round pick leading this offense well. It'll be a first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Cowboys are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT.
Here we go, set. 60.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And this one is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They'll set up to throw. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon, as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. He'll take it at the 42. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
31-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Let's go now. Panther 60. Panther 60.
They'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Cam Little on for the field goal. A 48-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it.
This drive.
Taking down.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Set. Drop roll 80.
They go with glue between the tackles. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
57 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Lamb will go in motion. Now a fake on a jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
On the throw, letting too much that time. It's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Back to throw.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down.
A couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
13 more yards. That's another Jaguars 1st down. 1st and 10.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
A give to ETN running right. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. A handoff for Etienne.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Let's go now.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. The football. And this will get out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retained possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. Here's a give to Etienne. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars put together a fourth-quarter drive to take the lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7.
So the celebration in the end zone, but meanwhile we do have an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
1st and 10, it's Pierce.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now a 2nd and 6. And they'll go right back to Pierce.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
73 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Here we go. 1st and goal.
He'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Cowboys.
George Pickens his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the fourth quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the fourth quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10.
14. Jaguars 10.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And some room to run now. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 23.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And no hesitations. They go right back to Kelce. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Running out of the gun with ETN. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you've got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. Back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Well, the defense circling now, 4th down and 7.
Let's go. Cougar 19. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He will have the conversion and more than that. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Malik Neighbors, 26 yards. And the Jaguars have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
For the extra point.
The extra point splits the uprights. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it.
14. Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Go.
They begin with a carry for Blue. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Here's Pierce on the counter.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
Drops it to Blue, complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
This one an absolute must. It's 4th and 4.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for Jacksonville, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll get